after we can also talk about that. But the floor is yours, so you take your time, enjoy.
Okay.
It's like you're also schooling me. Okay, I know something, but you're schooling me and the other Kenyans.
Okay.
Yes, everything you want to say, feel free to say it in this interview.
How many minutes are we?
Charlene, how many minutes do you have?
There's no limit.
There's
If you
no
want to talk
limit.
with him for half an hour, do you?
No. I don't want half an hour because I don't have it. That's the problem.
What timeline do you have?
Okay, 15?
Not
10?
more than- between 10 and 15.
10 and 15. So Charlene, you can do this. Yes, I understand. Here to see board.
Yeah.
Yeah, so straight to the point.
She moved one step.
I have, like I've done this.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys are heading to Naivasha after this immediately?
We should be in Naivasha by now.
Oh yeah, us.
Yeah. You guys are also coming to Naivasha. Yes. Actually, we should be together if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
But you're doing your thing as we do ours.
okay.
Is my stomach okay?
Yes, we are at the Safari Rally Secretariat offices here at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. We are very excited. I know everyone is looking forward to the WRC Safari Rally that will be happening in June. You know, after 19 years, wow. I'm even getting emotional talking about this. After 19 years. This was supposed to happen last year, that is in 2020, but was called off due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which, you know, has affected all sectors and nearly everyone across the world. So it's very exciting to be here. But then again, it's the rally season, and also the African Rally Championship is coming up in a few weeks, and we'll be getting details of that. We've heard how everything is happening when it comes to the course. Now let's take a look at safety matters, and today we have Nori Songalo, the Chief Safety Officer, WRC Safari Rally. Karibu sana to WRC Safari Rally TV. I'm just trying to be careful so that I don't say rally. It's a rally TV. So let's just get into it. Very exciting moment for Kenyans. I know we are all looking forward to this rally. I know the WRC is also there too. And when that, I remember back in the day when that call came in, and you're being told you're going to be part of this. How did it feel for you?
Well, I had mixed feelings. First of all, it was exciting, especially having been out of the event for 19 years. It was quite exciting to come and meet the new drivers and to be seen to be, you know, the one helping clear the grounds for them to have a safe rally. But the other challenge was it's been 19 years, so things have really evolved, so we don't know what to expect. But I think it's been good so far. We've got very, very good support from our brothers from the UK, Rally GB. They've really been quite helpful. So they've made our learning curve fairly flatter.
Yes.
Yeah.
So quickly, how ready are we for this event?
We were ready last year. This event was meant to be last year. So we were ready. So this year, actually, one thing you should know, in motorsports, you were never ready. Even when we used to rally, and you find drivers in their garages up to 3 a.m. and they're supposed to be waking up that morning to do a rally. So you more or less feel like, no, I can still do one more thing. So that's where we are at. We were ready last year, but we still feel that we can still polish. We can still change, make a little tweaks here and there. It's an ongoing process. But if you are called today to run an event, we will run it.
Yes. Let's talk about the safety measures that have been put in place for the drivers, the crew, the spectators. Just break it down for us.
First of all, for us, we look at safety as a common sense. Safety is just common sense. We don't want to complicate it. It has to be basic, it has to be simple, it has to be easy to communicate and understand. Now, we've got different sets of channels that we look at. First channel being the driver channel. Now, driver channel is highly governed by technical dossier that we have. When they go through scrutineering, there are certain things that they must comply to, both as a driver in terms of the kit and as the vehicle that they will drive. So that goes through scrutineering, and it's fairly governed by rules and regulations. And that's, you get cars scrutineered a couple of days prior to the event. So whatever has to be sealed is sealed, etc. So that's the channel of drivers. The second channel is now when it gets to the human resources. This is the people you're deploying, the officials, the marshals, etc. So these guys must be equipped with knowledge on how to be safe themselves before they can, offer service. So lots of training have been conducted. We've had the team from the UK conduct trainings, the FIA trainings. We've got a couple of modules from the FIA that we used, and we've already actually trained our own trainers. Now they are able to, train the marshals. And then the third facet is now what the marshals will do. The marshals will make sure the safety of spectators is, guaranteed, literally guaranteed, because one incident is one incident too many. So for spectators, we look at it in two ways. We look at it proactive, which means we come up with material that we educate spectators. So we're working on what we call a spectator guide that will tell spectators this is the do's and don'ts, this is the place you should be, this is where you shouldn't be. Actually, there's no need to even telling them where you shouldn't be. You need to tell them where they should be.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing. Yeah, and then in there we're giving them...
Kenyans can get very excited.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't give them too much information, but give them enough to excite them.
Yes.
So we've got very nice places where if the event allows and if the situation allows, spectators will enjoy. And if they can't enjoy in the comfort of the animals, etc., they can enjoy the comfort of their phones and their TVs.
Yes, and there was also that part, I know there are different marshals involved. This includes KWS, who are also on board to just help.
When you start working on an event like this from a safety point of view, the first thing you do is a risk assessment. Now, once you complete your risk assessment and you have highlighted which are the most highly likely items to happen and which are the most severe items to happen, you come up with a safety matrix. Now, from the safety matrix, you now prioritize what sort of mitigation actions do you need to take for each action. And now those mitigation actions are summed up in a document called a safety book. Yeah. Now within the safety book, you realize that you have resources, and the resources could be the marshals, could be KWS, could be police, and then also could be equipment.
True.
Okay, so to your point, yes, KWS is one of the resources we require because one of the risks we saw was wild animals. We don't know how to talk to them. We don't know their language.
Yes.
I wish we had.
Yeah.
So KWS will definitely step in and help us, and we already know which pockets we need their help. Yes. And it's not just KWS because some of the routes in private ranches, but they have their own people. So also those we call them as part of the team. Yes.
Wow, and I know we'll continue talking about this as we go forward on the WRC Safari Rally TV about all the safety measures put in place because I know it's very wide. But I think as we go on, you can break it down for the guys at home, for our viewers, just what will be happening. So finally, as we wrap up, because I know you have to go, what do you think you personally are looking forward to let's start with the ARC, which is like in a few days' time, and then with the WRC.
ARC is just 2 months to WRC. Yeah. Let's the other way around. WRC is 2 months.
Yes.
You got the gist.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I would love them to have different scenarios. The same routes, but different scenarios. I'd want one to be wet, one to be dry.
Wow. That's very interesting. Yeah. We will have another interview about this. Yes.
It gives you different, fields.
Yeah.
The wet one gives you, guys will be stuck in mud, but there's no dust.
Yes.
But the dry one, you challenge is dust, lots of sand, and guys get stuck in sand. Getting stuck is probably a common denominator, but the environment is totally different. The challenges are different. So I would like to see, a blend of that. And again, when it rains, then you probably have places where guys have to cross rivers. So you give them almost everything.
Yes.
Yeah, when it's too dry, those rivers mean nothing. It's just a dip. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for.
Yes.
Which one I want to be wet or dry, I don't know. But
the weather has been a bit tricky of late.
It looks like, and it just looks like Naivasha's raining, so it looks like ARC just could be wet.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Maybe my prayer is answered.
Ooh, ARC. We were trying to pray for ARC to be on wet. Yeah. Ground. So thank you so much. And I know we'll be talking to you soon, maybe in Naivasha, when we get to Naivasha, because this is happening in Nairobi and Naivasha, and everyone is looking forward to that. So thank you so much. That is Norris Ongalo, the Chief Safety Officer, WRC Safari Rally.
My parting shot.
Yes, your parting shot.
A good rally is a safe rally.
Wow. A good rally is a safe rally. To everyone watching, thank you so much. I truly appreciate. So thank you. So yes, we are just talking about the WRC Safari Rally, but of course we also have the African Rally Championship that will be taking part this month, and I know so many people are looking forward to that as we continue. Everyone is excited after 19 years. As I said, we were to do this in 2020 as Kenya, after staging a successful 2019 candidate event. But now we are doing this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That is why it was postponed last year, and everyone is looking forward to it. And we're just talking to some officials here at the Kasarani Stadium. We've learned more about the course. We've learned more about, in terms of security, what has been put in place. But now let's talk to Anthony Gatei, where the service park manager. Karibu sana, karibu.
Thank you.
Exciting moment for Kenya as a whole.
Yes,
just one question: how did you feel when you had the announcement that, you know what, after that it was supposed to happen last year, but it's happening this year? So it was 18 years then, so 19 years now. When that announcement came in that Safari Rally is back on the WRC calendar.
It's been a long journey. We were on board all the way maybe from 2015, on and off running our events. And then we did one event in 2018. We didn't know that there were scouts here, so from FIA and the WRC promoter. So end of 2018, I went in for training in Australia. 2019, I was in Wales at the service park. I helped out as a volunteer. We built the service park, brought it down, got to understand a lot of nitty-gritties. Now carrying forth from Australia and into Wales Rally GB, and it was wow, it was quite an experience. We really we understood rally, but we needed to tweak some parts to move up to WRC just a little. We were at about 80%, so that 20% was just awesome.
Yes.
Then the announcement came in. There are no words. I've been looking at going to watch a WRC event out there because I lived on the circuits before they were done. Involved in a lot of motorsport from my dad and myself.
So a racing family.
Yes, it didn't sink in for a while. Then I realized I kept on saying I need to go and watch a WRC, but in a span of 3 years at work, or was it 2 years? I was active in 2 WRCs, and it was coming home. Then we had the announcement that we weren't holding it. It was very hard. It was very hard, but we held together. We are here, as you can see. We are having our COVID jabs, getting ready, and so that we can get our second one in June in preparation, so that when our guests come, we are strong. The body is strong, in the sense that we are able to resist the virus. And we're just working flat out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, and before we continue with just you breaking down to guys at home, that's why we are here at WRC Safari Rally TV, so that guys at home can actually get to understand what is being done behind the scenes. Because I know so many people will be watching in June, and they will think, oh, it just popped up, but that's not the case. We know the work that's going on behind the scenes, and that's why we're trying to tell people to see what is exactly happening.
Yes.
Yeah. So first of all, congratulations to
Thank
just
you.
being among the people who are trying to make this event a success. So kindly, if you can break it down to guys at home, everything about being a service park manager.
Service park manager entails quite a lot. I'm the host. The cars come there, they get serviced there. All the officials pass through there, picking up the equipment. The team managers, media, yourselves, I house you. It's just a running hotel. So we make sure everything is in place, the garages. I'll just use terminology that everybody can understand.
Yes.
We have the garages, we have the catering, we have your offices running. We have to have all the facilities, your water, your electricity, your comfort. When you need to visit a little room. There's what else? There's internet. There's everyone. All the officials you will speak to. I house them.
Wow, wonderful.
Yes, as I house them. So they're doing their thing, and I'm making sure they're doing their thing, and I'm doing my thing. And then when it all quietens down at night, I clean it up, make sure with the teams of all the contractors who are on there, our suppliers, we clean it up, make sure everything is spick and span, waiting for another day. And we just keep rolling all the way to the end of the event.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, as just any other job, this is not easy. It doesn't even sound easy. Challenges and how you've managed to overcome them and I can imagine how hard it's going to get as we approach the main event in June.
I think we take it in stride, and since we've formed this team synergies, starting from the CEO who picked the team, and we are able to, we find the synergy. So we keep picking each other up, we keep looking over the shoulder, looking forward, making sure everybody is in place, yeah, and comfortable. If you pick up something on someone else's department, you have a quiet word, and I thought I saw something, because we're all rally people.
Yes.
We understand the whole aspect of the rally. It's just that now you're in this certain department. Maybe next time I'll be in timing, or I'll be sitting as with the clerk, of course, as the deputy, or the clerk, of course. So we look after each other as a family. Yes, it is difficult. There is a lot that happens behind the scene. As it is, Service Park has been, we've been creating the infrastructure, which is the surface that the teams come to build on. We don't build the structures. They build their their temporary structures that come in containers. I'll be expecting 64 containers in just at the beginning of June. And you place them, and then they come and build the structures where they will service, where some of the bigger teams do their own catering. And just set up their service, and round them I build all this, the network, the electricity, the water, the internet, the ablutions, or the quiet places.
Yes.
It's just amazing.
And if you can allow us as WRC Safari Rally TV, I know when we'll be in Naivasha and also in some parts of Nairobi, you can show us that so that people at home can get to understand. We'll come.
Brill, most welcome.
Yes.
I'll walk you around. I'll use the terminology that I'm using now, and then pick up on, as we get closer to the event, pick up on the rally terms so that people understand what a service in is, what a holding is, what a parc ferme is, what a media zone is, what a mixed zone is. Because due to COVID, we will have two zones. So we'll have a high density area where everybody who's in there will have gone through the screening, and you screen them before they go in. At the beginning of the event, you take temperature checks every morning. You make sure that everybody is in top form. And then, unfortunately, if you have a spike in temperature, then the doctors and the COVID officials come in, and from there we get the guidance. But we do hope everybody will be safe, and just we run a beautiful event. We've been waiting for this for very, very long. It's coming home. It's coming home.
It's back and it's coming home. So you're parting short, as I know you have other things to do as you head out.
No worries. Yes, I'm going straight to Naivasha from here.
Yes.
I just came in this morning and I'm heading back. Let's the whole of Kenya and the whole world enjoy this spectacular event coming home. And that's what we are looking at.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Anthony Gasey, Service Park Manager, WRC Safari Rally. I can't wait to show everyone when we are there in your office and you telling everyone everything about what you do. Because I know that right now you've just been, so I think it's good for them if they see it.
Very true.
Thank you.
Come and we'll walk them through.
Yes. And
vaccinating our sportsmen and women. How's the process so far?
Yeah, the process has kicked off very well, and we first of all thank the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Sports, Culture and Heritage, Ambassador Amina Mohammed, who has coordinated this from our office and personally taken time to launch this exercise yesterday. And today we are here vaccinating all the officials of the Safari Rally. As you very well know, we have two events coming up. We have the Africa Rally Championship coming up in 2.5 weeks. And after that, we'll be expecting the return of the Safari Rally back to the World Rally Championship in June. So we are quite excited about this exercise. As you can see, we have over 500 people here, and staff who are working around the clock to make sure that people are processed, registered and vaccinated, are also doing a great job. With me today, I have two representatives from the Office of the Cabinet Secretary, who are representing the CS and the PS as well, Dr. Ongeti and Rose Washuka, and they are here to also make sure that this exercise takes place as planned. And from the Secretariat, I have Jim Kahumbura, who is the event director, and I have Norris Ongaro, who is the Chief Safety Officer. Our Chief Medical Officer is not with us today. He's actually in Naivasha. As you can see, there's a big team that is leaving to go to Naivasha because we have to make sure that the dry land for the safari is done properly. So we are all ending to Naivasha to make sure that things, are ready for the Africa Rally Championship.
In terms of the dry run, let's talk a bit about the ARC and the WRC Rally in June. How prepared are we now? I mean, we're edging closer.
Yeah, we are ready. And if I was doing this in writing, I would underline that. And I would put it in capital letters. We are ready for the Africa Rally Championship in 2 weeks' time. We have a very good entry. As at yesterday, we had 33 cars entered, which is very good, even with all the restrictions that we have. And we are also ready for the WRC Safari Rally. And we are already seeing some very interesting developments out there. Yesterday in the evening, the containers for Toyota Gazoo team set sail from Estonia. So we are certain that this is going to, happen, and we are getting ready, or we, making the final touches to ensure that Africa, or Kenya does Africa proud by hosting a very successful WRC event after 19 years.
Yes,
From the
anyone
CS
from the
office.
ministry?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, we've seen the COVID vaccination going on for the COVID-19 virus. Tell us about that, and also just why taking the step to make sure that everyone is safe as we head towards this, especially the two rallies.
Yeah, as the Cabinet Secretary articulated yesterday, this exercise is important to give our athletes safety net, to make sure that they get that COVID-19 protection passport, because a lot of international organizers are insisting that that will become a prerequisite in participating in any international events. And so this exercise is important in order to give our athletes comfort and to ensure that they are safe, and to make sure that they get the vaccine early enough so that we do not interrupt the bubble training schedule that they are on, which is very, very strict. And so they will be able to get their second injection well ahead of Tokyo and ahead of the World Athletics Under-20 Championships, making sure that Kenya is compliant and making sure that we do not run the risk of exposing any of our athletes. So this exercise has been an interministerial effort with the Ministry of Health collaborating with the Nairobi Metropolitan Services, and we're working with other counties where athletes are outside of Nairobi.
Yes, with the ministry keeping with the numbers, can you roughly estimate how many sportsmen or women have been vaccinated so far?
So yesterday we did the Olympics team. We also did the National Paralympic team. Today we are doing the World Rally Championships. We will continue with this exercise until the 16th of April, and we target to vaccinate 3,500. So it's going to be a comprehensive exercise of the entire Team Kenya, but also the frontline members of staff who handle NR sagas, such as Sports Kenya, the Kenya Academy of Sports, and the Anti-Doping Agency.
Thank you.
So maybe just one question for me. As a ministry, we realize that there are players who are based in other areas, Mombasa, the Rift Valley, and whatnot. I don't know what plans do you have in terms of rolling out the vaccine?
Yeah, so yesterday in the Cabinet Secretary's statement, she elaborated that it's a national government, county government vaccination collaborative exercise. And so we are being supported by the National Vaccinations Director, the Ministry of Health, Dr. Akwale, who has put us in touch with the nodes in those various counties. And so this exercise has been covered in all the counties where athletes are.
But you're happy with the turnout today?
We are very, very happy with the turnout today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Asante sana.
Thank you so much. We truly appreciate it.
Yeah.